What up, folks? This is Hero Stormwolf, and welcome to my more extended thoughts, you could say, about the Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution demo. I have done some footage for it already where I give my first impressions on it. If you want to watch those, I will leave a link in the description below to where you can watch me run through the arcade mode and a couple of online matches. We're going to start with what the demo offers. There's two game modes that you can play with it, the arcade mode and the online mode. Arcade mode is what you expect. You pick a character, you fight 4 random computer-generated characters, and you either win or lose. This is to help you learn the mechanics of the game, which there are a few new mechanics which we'll get into a little bit later. It's not terribly long and the AI is not tough, but I mean it's a demo, it's what you expect. You get to play as Naruto in his QB form. You get to play as Kakashi, you get to play as Mecha Naruto, and you get to play as Sasuke. Each one of these characters you can choose the 3 new drives, the Awakening Drive, the Ultimate Jutsu Drive, and I believe the last one is called the Support Drive. I may be wrong on the name of the last one. But each one of these 3 do something different. The Ultimate Jutsu type lets you use Ultimate Jutsus, which are of course your ultimate attacks that you've seen in previous Ninja Storm games. But the interesting thing is, if you pick this, you can't go into Awakening mode, or you can't use these special support drives. The Awakening type, or the Awakening drive, excuse me, allows your character to use the Instant Awakening, which gives them a boost of power at the cost of constantly draining chakra. And this also allows you to go into your Ultimate Awakening, which is sometimes your character's transformation, or them activating the Sharingan or something of that nature. So it's good for characters probably like Kakashi and maybe Might Guy, to where characters actually have a transformation. You might want to think about using the Awakening type, but if you do use the Awakening type, you can't use the Ultimate Jutsu. So there is balance there. It's actually really cool. I like that so far. And the last drive is the Support Drive, and this is the more interesting one. What it does is it takes the elements of all the support drives from the other games, such as your defense and your attack drives, and it makes them all into one. And in order to do that, what you can do is you can flip the right stick at any time when you're in the support drive, and your supports will either go on defense or attack. If they're attack, they'll help you do combos and they'll throw extra ninja stars. If you throw ninja stars like chakra ninja stars, then they'll throw ninja stars to help cover your back and stuff. If you go into defensive, every time you guard or you charge up your chakra, they'll sit there and guard in front of you. Again, if you pick the support drive, you can't use the Ultimate Jutsu or you can't use the Awakening. But what you can do is, their special ability is, if you charge it up like you would do Ultimate Jutsu, what you get is a automatic support, which means they will switch back and forth according to what you're doing. So you don't have to worry about flicking the right stick. So if you press triangle, triangle, circle, and you go into your ultimate attack with the support drive, what it does is, if I go in and attack, my supports will automatically come in and attack. If I guard, they'll automatically guard. If I throw shurikens, they'll throw shurikens, etc., etc. And the last ability that you get with the support drive is the Sealed Barrier. Now, what this does is it locks out some of your chakra. It locks out some of your substitution gauge. It knocks out a good amount of health. You can't use Awakening, and you can't use Jutsu. So it's really good for characters who do a lot of damage with their Jutsus and their combos and stuff like that, because you can actually seal them off and stop them from doing things. So I think that's really cool, and I think that's a really good addition to the game. So it adds a bit of balance. I like that. So moving on from that, the characters that are playable, their movesets have been changed, especially Kakashi's. Like, his moveset hasn't been changed ever since, I believe, Ninja Storm 2. He attacks a little harder. He's a little bit faster. Same thing with Sasuke. He's a lot faster in this one, but his jutsu kind of sucks. But that's just for the demo purposes. I really won't get too much into that. But in terms of general gameplay, you get what you expected from the Ultimate Ninja Storm series. You can do dash cancels, you can do attack cancels, you can substitute cancels. Everything that you expected from Generations and Ninja Storm 3 you can do in this game. But with the addition of 2 new mechanics also, the guard break and the counterattack, there's a lot more risk to being so aggressive. The guard break allows you to break your opponent's guard, putting them into stun block, which gives you little stars above your head. So if your opponent is not paying attention, what you can do is you can substitute guard break them, and then pull off ultimate jutsu if you have enough chakra. And sort of the same thing with the counterattack. This is more of a defensive tool. So you know how sometimes you can substitute, but then the character will dash, cancel right off their attack. Well, if you time it right, you can substitute, put up your counterattack, and if they dash into you, that activates the counterattack, which also puts them into stun. So this is really good for characters who are highly, highly aggressive. You can kind of fake them out and get them with the counterattack. But if you do use the counterattack and they don't attack, you're left wide open. And regular jutsus, ultimate jutsus can get through it. And also, if you use the counterattack, you lose a bit of your chakra for about maybe 10 to 15 seconds. So you can't spam it. So you got to be really careful about that. So I actually like these 2 mechanics. It adds a bit more diversity to the game and gives you more defensive options against characters who are really, really, really aggressive. So, going on to the online mode. It has problems, and I know it's just a demo, so there's time to fix it, but it kind of has the same problems as the previous ones. But first off, there's only ranked mode. You can only play ranked. I don't think you can create a lobby, which is kind of disappointing, but again, it's a demo, so I'm not going to give it any flack for that. So you go into ranked, you find an opponent based either on your ranking or any ranking, and you fight. Now, the connection, I was playing on PlayStation 3, so I don't know if it's just like PlayStation 3 that had it bad, but the connections were not that good. If you watch my previous matches, you can tell in one of the matches that the connection was just bad. And I kept searching and searching, and I cannot find any green or blue bars in it. I can only find yellow, or orange and red bars. So there is some connection issues. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix this. I hope they'll be able to fix this, but just be warned if you do play online mode, at least for the PlayStation 3 version, that there is some connection issues. But again, it's what you expect from the online mode of previous Naruto games. You fight, you win, you rank up, and you can get to underclassmen, Hokage, blah blah blah, things like that. So there's nothing really spectacularly new in terms of the online portion, but it's good for what it is. Like I said, I would have liked to see the new game mode as part of the demo. That would have been a lot better. I think that would have actually shown the new mechanics and maybe more of an incentive to actually have people buy the game, since they can try out the new mechanic. But the online isn't bad. I haven't ran into any broken stuff, but it's just a demo. So it's not bad, but it does need improvement. And before I end this off, I actually got a question from user Astrofalls. So I'm going to read off the question, and then I'm going to answer them accordingly. The first question is, he's always been skeptical about the Naruto Ultimate Ninja series. He always thought it was a button masher. From what he's seeing, it doesn't seem like a simple button masher anymore. Is this game that I will find to be able to get into the series and not feel someone beats me because they're mashing harder? For the first question, it's still sort of a button masher because all your basic attacks are one button. But the mechanics of the game, the substitution, the counterattack, the the guard break, the awakening types, there's a lot of options to where if you want to learn, you can get much deeper into this where it can actually be sort of like a fighting game, because there's more tools you can use to beat your opponent rather than just mashing on the attack button. I mean, of course, you can still mash on the circle button, and you can sort of get away with it. That's kind of how the game is designed. But with this new entry into it, there's a lot more mechanics to where you can fight back and be a better skilled player, and you won't necessarily lose to button mashing, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't say it's a button masher. If I had to say one of them was a button masher, I would probably say the very first Ultimate Ninja Storm game was a sort of button masher, maybe the first and second one. But as it evolved, they added new mechanics and things to make it to where it's not as scrub friendly. I don't like to use that word, but it kind of fits into the scenario here. You actually have to learn in order to advance quickly. Or not advance quickly, but you have to actually learn some of the mechanics of the game in order to fare very well, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do that the game doesn't teach you, that you really have to go into and learn. So I hope that answers the first question. His second question was from someone who hasn't played any of the Ultimate Ninja series since Ultimate Ninja 3, how accessible is the game? It's again, it's easy to pick up and play if that's all you want to do. If you just want to pick it up and play with your friends, that's how the game is designed. It's very simple in terms of buttons. There's no advanced combos like Street Fighter or Marvel or Tekken or anything like that. It's a very basic fighter because that's your main attacks come from the circle button. So it's easy to get into, but if you want to take it further, there are mechanics in the game that allow you to do so. So I hope that answers your questions, or answers your question, hopefully. But it's actually as long as I thought it would be. So I'm going to end it here with this just final thought. The game, or the demo, isn't bad. It's a demo. I urge you to check it out if you've been either interested in the Ultimate Ninja Storm series or if you've played the previous ones, because this does give you a chance to try out the new mechanics and actually get a little heads up of what's coming in the actual game. And of course, it also has the online mode, so you can test it out with friends, because I think you can probably create a 1v1, or you can create a ranked match and have your friends join that ranked match, because unfortunately there's no lobbies in it, but that's neither here or there. So definitely try it out. Definitely give it a shot. It's a demo. It's free. It should be available on PS3 and Xbox Live right now. So yeah, just my overall extended thoughts on it. It's good. I am a little bit more interested in the game. I'll probably pick it up. I believe it comes out September 11th or September 16th for North America. September 16th is when it comes out. And then Europe gets it September 12th. Japan gets it September 11th. So definitely check out the demo. I think most of you guys will like it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching my more extended thoughts on it. I will catch you guys later. Peace.